I'm ready to tell you about the next episode, about this episode of the 40 Unfiltered series. And this one is something that I wish I had learned and mastered years ago, because my God, it has caused me so much anxiety and it just made me a warrior for nothing. A warrior in the sense of worrying too much, and then a warrior like an armed warrior. So it's about locus of control. Knowing what's within your control and what is not. So there's the inner circle, that is of stuff that's within your control, and then there's the outer circle. And through therapy, lots of therapy, I have finally learned to let go of things which I absolutely cannot control, or I've gotten to learn stuff that I can't control, the Serenity Prayer. The serenity to accept the things that you cannot change, the courage to change the things that you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, this episode is about me finding the wisdom to know the difference, to know what I can change and what I cannot change, and that's, learning the locus of control. For a very long time, a lot of my anxiety came from trying to control the outcome of, for example, my son's education, his special needs, my son's health, how either, my partners in the different the relationships that I've had acted, and how basically so many things, always just trying to control the narrative. Also, that comes from a lot of either trauma and fear and things like that, because you're just so scared of the outcome, so you try and control, and it drives you nuts because you really just can't control, you can't control how other people act or what they do, or basically, I was taught to focus on only what I could control, and that is me, how I react to different situations, my habits, myself. The only thing I can control is me, and it has worked, and that's how I decided to have very clear focus on changing my habits, changing my thoughts, changing my the way I regulated my emotions, improving my health, seeking therapy, making sure that I was stronger in faith. Basically, because of that, because of understanding that even the way my son turns out is way beyond my control. The way my business turns out, yes, I can do my best, just like with my son, but the rest is beyond my control. The economy, whatnot, all that is beyond my control. I had sleepless nights over trying to change, maybe a customer is complaining about this and that, and I just hang on to, so much of it that I was hanging on to the wrong things, instead of focusing on what I could control, and everything was completely out of balance. What was actually in my locus of control, I was not giving any attention whatsoever, because if I had been, then I would have been more stable, stable enough to realize, or to be able to let go of the other aspects of my life that I was just hanging on to. So it's not too late for you. Be able to also analyze, introspect, look at your locus of control. What are you fighting for? What change are you fighting for? What are you fighting to control? Have the wisdom to know what you can control and what you can't before it's too late, before it drives you completely nuts like it did me. So that's the episode for today. Look into it, look into the locus of control, and just improve your life. Less anxiety, more joy, more gratitude of the simplest of things, less frustration, less conflict with people because you're not trying to change people anymore, and just more acceptance and serenity, peace. I have found that, and it is just so good. I'm now able to just let go of things, do my best, and let go, and only go hard on me. On the things that I do every day, the things I believe, the things I think. That's that's what I focus on now, and everything is so much better. So that's it from today. See you in the next episode.